made it not just to day 13 of following Alex Hormozi's advice until I achieve $1, and then 10xing that to $10, and then 10xing that to now $100, and then we'll continue that trajectory. But more than that, made it home, because since the start of this challenge, from day one, I have been on the go from Bali through another part of Bali to Bangkok, and then back home for just 2.5 days, and then to the village side of my motherland to spend the holidays with my parents, to now, finally, sitting at my desk with no plans of traveling so I can start structuring my day how Alex would, to begin the day immediately with work, to continue that work and measure the hours, to track my progress, to kind of continue to refine the day second by second until I can get to a point where I know how to best get the work done, which is volumes times leverage. I need to figure out what those leverage points are and how to increase the volumes. And although today's not going to be a full day, as I have gym in about 3 hours, and not to mention lunch and other things that I'm juggling, just getting back today, tomorrow will be a full day, but we're going to make the most out of today. Let's get going. About an hour and 47 minutes into my work day, and I have to pause because it is time for pre-workout meal and then a workout in 50 minutes. But I have started to do some things that I think will be quite powerful, which is not just to reach out to as many people as possible, but to create deeper connections through sending individualized video messages about the context of what we are trying to achieve together, and to strengthen these online fragile connections of just text and combine them with a lot more depth, with not just voice but also facial expressions, and to have made the investment of time and energy and effort towards that person, I think speaks volumes. And there's a lot of people that appreciate it, that say they do, or even send back a video reply in response to my video. But beyond that, I'm trying to figure out how to scale these individual interactions. And also I've isolated a lot of the projects that have been brought to me that I can collaborate with these different business partners and companies and create content around. So getting sorted and starting to get the superficial stuff out of the way so that I can hopefully, after the gym, dive into a few hours of deeper work, which the gym is going to be from 4 to 6. And then let's see how much energy and how much time is left, because I also do want to go to bed earlier so I can wake up earlier. So trying to set up that routine, especially tomorrow being a full day, of being able to structure my schedule the way that I would like for it to have repetitions. So a lot of things at play right now, but extremely grateful again to be back home. There is some things that are of priority that I hope to launch with, and then more continuously that I want to add to my portfolio, to the values of my tribe. I want to make use of this whiteboard, which I believe there's a lot of things that I can break down and create content around, go from just talking theory to talking practicality and showing a concept or a particular company's unique value proposition or a certain amount of risk capital to potential outcome, and all of those like nitty gritties I can start to dive into. I've already created 2 videos, short form, one that my wife uploaded across all my platforms, the other one that I will upload, but starting to get back into the swing of things. Right now, wifey is waiting at the table for me to join her for lunch, and so let's go. $12, $15, $22. So my wife opened up her own YouTube after she's been kicked out of Instagram and Facebook twice due to unknown reasons. So she's starting her YouTube journey of being a shorts creator. And so 22 subscribers. That's pretty good in like a week or something, with tremendous amount of views, like thousands of views.
Yeah.
entertainment plus education. She teaches about life and wife.
Can I get the sun, please?
Okay, yeah. Welcome to our short little journey to the gym to hit, I don't know what exactly for me. What are you hitting today?
Chest.
Oh, I hope I hit chest too. But I'm really starting to pick up on some important things that I'm learning on this challenge, which is to not just produce content, but to
Post.
post content. And
What's the point of producing if you are not posting every day?
Alex says produce 100 minutes of content as one of the means of reaching out to people or letting people know what you do. And then he says, I hope I mentioned my book to also post it, because what's the point of producing it and trying to perfect it? And I have a long list of videos that are somewhere in the group chat of having been finished but not uploaded from the Bali trip, or even beyond before that, Las Vegas, or some of the of our other trips, and comparing that to content that's produced today, edited by you and posted today.
Yeah, the last few reels I posted, you got most amount of views.
Yeah. So she posts more so creative quotes with kind of a short video of me doing something. Yeah, more visually stimulating than me doing a yapping video about who knows what. And so her style, like, which is like text on screen, is quite interesting. Before you like swipe up to the next one, like, what is this talking about? And you might read the few lines as opposed to listening to my 2-minute, 3-minute video. So I need to create more content like this Gen Z generation of
Okay, millennial.
short
Okay, uncle. We get
attention
it.
span.
We get it.
Yeah, so gotta get with the times. Anyway, looking forward to creating some more videos at the gym that I can post. And
I was waiting for this sun. You
The-
can see the gold.
the behind the scenes that you don't get to see of such influencers type, and me being crushed. That's great. I think they're very proud of your jawline.
No, honey, look at the gold
Oh.
that I produce on my face. Look at my shiny forehead.
Yeah, a lot of baby oil there. So, things are beginning to marinate and get to a point where I'm starting to focus on the hours that I devote to building my financial future, and also like starting to get more creative about how I connect with my clients, getting more into the motion of producing content to post today, not someday. And I think getting into that more and more, a lot more behind the scenes, a lot more real time, what's happening, documenting the doing, as Alex would say, is what I am starting to do. And that creates a sense of relatability, like, oh, he's in the trenches, he's doing the things. This is him being stuck here, or this is a problem that other people can relate to that is in my client base.
You make problem. It's like, oh, it's so boring. I should make some problem, like going village out of nowhere for a few days.
Out of nowhere, bro, it was to my parents for the one of 2 holidays.
Yeah, they could have come. Our home is more comfortable than theirs, and I can like take care of them better than anyone.
Yes, I agree with all of that. Parents are stubborn, as we can all attest to. We're not as fortunate to have parents like yours. With that being said, grateful to be back home, not traveling for hopefully a long, long time, which I already got invited to Georgia, as well as KL and US next month, that I've compensated flight and hotel stay. Anyway, I'm going to do my best to stay in one place and continue to the grind of building through content, building through leverage, building through learning about true digital entrepreneurship, as opposed to the older models, which you did have to go belly to belly and meet people in person, shake their hands and look them in the eye. As romantic as that may sound in the world of business, nowadays it's just not needed. You can create a $1 million portfolio or income stream, or 10 million, without needing to do that. You can, but that's not an absolute anymore. So I'm gonna stay home with the wifey, go to the gym, have a routine, have a sleep schedule, spend time with my cats, which is one of the things that I will regret at the end of my life, that I didn't spend enough time with these therapeutic
Little ones.
little ones, just walking around the house or sitting on my desk and catching sunsets and sunrises. That's my goals for the foreseeable days and months, is simple things that build consistency, that build compounding, that build epic results. With that, let's have an amazing day at the gym, where between sets I'll be producing messages and content and getting into more of that creative mindset around the clock, as opposed to once in a while getting more into the post frame of mind and doing, not just building a library of videos that don't get posted, but just here and now posting and sharing and connecting and really building a audience that gets to know multiple dimensions of who I am, not just the one dimension that I've put out there, which is the entrepreneurial side. There's so many other aspects of me that are, I would say, more colorful and more vibrant and a lot more humanizing than being a gear in the giant machinery of capitalism. So with that, let's hit some workouts and make it a great, beautiful afternoon. Just reached my desk to do some post-dinner cardio as I do some final bit of work so I can clock in a few more minutes or maybe an hour plus, as it's 7:13 p.m. after an exciting chest workout and a little bit of spa time. And this is my cardio for the day. Ended my last meal around 7. So looking forward to getting to bed rather early today, as Alex tends to go to bed around 9, wake up around like 4 or 5 or something, which the early morning hours has been like this coveted window of time that I know is almost spiritual for entrepreneurs, and I want to get to that. More so, I also want to watch the sunrise, which I believe is one of those beautiful moments of life that we don't get to do enough of because we're busy with the machinery of capitalism. But it's one of those things at the end of my life, I hope that one of my last thoughts is of a sunrise or a sunset, as that's just deeply meaningful for some reason. For eons, I'm sure people have found significance and beauty and magnificence and depth and connection to something much more beautiful and grand from seeing the rise and set of the sun. And so I was telling my wife that those are some of those things that I want to find the time and space for in my day. So going to bed early is one of those things that I know will allow for a lot of the things that I want on the other side, starting the day feeling ahead as opposed to 10 a.m. feeling behind. If I can get in some deep work sessions in the morning before a gym session. Today, going to the gym at 4 really felt nice because I got to do a few hours of something, as opposed to most days going to the gym at 11:30 and waking up at 10 doesn't leave much room for productivity in the morning, which is one of the best times to capture creativity. So it's with that I'm going to try to do some final bits of wrapping up, of seeing what I can put a bow tie on for today to continue the journey tomorrow, one of the most full days that I will have to work on this challenge, to put in the most amount of hours and to do some deep work. So with that, let's see what we can get done in the final hour or so of the day. Welcome to the wrap up of day 13, as I managed to do something that I'm quite excited about, as I was watching a video of Alex's, which was this one being called How to Make Progress Faster Than Anyone Else. I was taking notes on it, and then in the middle of him talking about not being afraid to be cringe, as he was cringe in his beginning of making his first posts on social media, his first ads, his first offers, to get to the point where he is today, having really taken over the internet. I heard someone comment something interesting, which is Alex is like the Mr. Beast for entrepreneurs, and I thought that to be quite a really good comparison. But in the middle of that video, Alex ran an ad or promotion about his $300 million books from the $100 million offers, leads, and models. And he was giving the hardcover books away for $16, including a subscription to school. And so I signed up for that, and I'm looking forward to getting those books, which would be delivered to Florida. I'm on the other side of the world here in Bangladesh, but when I do get my hands on them, looking forward to having them on my desk for amazing references and just constantly being in front of such solutions to whatever I may be facing. And also the school, I can learn from other great entrepreneurs that are building their own community, their own tribe, and start to build out my own tribe where I can share with them the values that I'm learning through going deep into this challenge. And so taking action on that really made me feel excited about the future of diving deeper into, I think, seeing myself as a beginner of the new types of business models where I get to be the source of value instead of being an affiliate of, which I may expand into that in my non-crypto space to find tools that may be helpful. Like school has a referral program. So, but I'm excited about that because that also has, a lot of marketing ingenuity behind it. But I want to primarily build on myself as a guide, as someone that's bringing solutions, and I'm willing to invest into myself to create those solutions in my own flavor towards my own audience and clientele and in my industry. And so excited about stepping into that role and potentially launching my own school community, which is going to be a big step and a big game changer of how I get to interact on this challenge. And who knows, I'm going from literally today having the courage to pay for it, not even uploaded a proper profile picture or community name, and then, all the details to get it situated and then to announce it to my current audience, what will be the value proposition, what will be the entry price, all those things. Looking forward to figuring that out. But in this video that I got a chance to watch Alex's take on being cringe, he says, if you find something cringe, you either hate them for committing to something or you hate yourself for lacking the guts to commit to anything. So I find that very interesting. Cringe, as he describes it, is different than shame, which is breaking someone else's rules, which is different than guilt, which is breaking your own rules. And cringe is secondhand embarrassment, that you feel embarrassed for that person, which you can also feel embarrassment for yourself from a third-party perspective, which is quite meta. But there's a quote that he says that I really resonate with, which he says, the cringiest thing of all is to be scared of looking cringe. So if someone is so delusionally confident, you just end up rooting for them because they're in their own world of not caring. And they're so delusional. The more nervous we are about, did you like that? Was that okay? Was that acceptable? The more we leave room for people to make decisions about what is our craft, as opposed to being proud of our craft, and not proud in the sense of it's the best thing in the world, but that you really enjoy it and it is your art, it is what you're bringing to the marketplace. And it really breaks this heaviness of self-judgment. And I'm extremely grateful for that as I'm diving more and more into putting more of my life and philosophies and beliefs and hot takes and all the other tangents of my multidimensional being, as opposed to just me, the moneymaker. So it is something that I look forward to getting deeper into without this heaviness or fear, or wondering if it will be something that resonates with my existing audience or not. So there's a lot that came out of the 3 hours and 19 minutes that I was able to clock in today. Looking forward to tomorrow as we're building upon the foundations of what has been a shaky first 13 days. But if we can look back at these cringy days from day 100 and say, wow, that was a hot mess, that's a sign of progress. It's a sign of growth. Cringe means we're doing something, as opposed to completely being in our comfort zone and not daring to be crossing the cringe chasm to get to the other side of crazy richness. With that, I bid you good night as I'm trying to head to bed early. It's 8:30 p.m. Alex tends to go to bed around 9, so he can wake up around like 4 or 5, or actually he ends up being at the office around 4 or 5 a.m. So I'm gonna let my body wake up whenever it does and start diving into a full day's worth of work. Looking forward to all of that. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.